What is up, guys? Sollertis Gamer here, and apologies for being MIA as of late. I've been a bit under the weather, and the pollen here is doing a number on my throat, so apologies for my voice. But after finishing Hogwarts Legacy, guys, there are 10 things that I wish I knew before starting the game. Drop a like if you like this content, and go ahead and hit the subscribe button if you want to see more like it. We're going to get into the top 10 things you should know before your next playthrough of Hogwarts Legacy. So number 1, brew lots and lots of Wiggenweld potion. You'll definitely need it when you face more challenging enemies or lots of enemies at once. And don't worry if you haven't gotten to the room of requirement yet, as you can brew Wiggenweld potion in Professor Sharp's potions class at any time, as long as you have the required ingredients. Number 2, upgrade your abilities with talents. For example, having the talent that curses enemies near a previously cursed enemy, and then the talent that kills all cursed enemies if you use Avada Kedavra on any cursed enemy, is an invaluable strategy. Also, if you have the talent for it, spells casted or objects thrown at cursed enemies can ricochet off of them and strike nearby targets. Number 3, make the talent upgrade to having 4 spell sets as early as possible, and practice switching between spell sets quickly. Your ability to do so will come in handy when facing tougher enemies. Number 4, having all 3 unforgivable curses with a few helpful talents makes a world of difference when facing large enemies or many enemies at once. Using the Imperious Curse on powerful enemies is invaluable, like here when I use the Imperious Curse on a troll and he clubs goblins for me. Number 5, you can make money not only by opening the eye chests, which yield 500 galleons each, which I've made a video on before, but also by selling looted gear at just about any shop in Hogsmeade, as well as any of the various pop-up shops you'll find throughout the world. You can also get galleons by breeding and selling beasts at Brood and Peck. Number 6, get the room of requirement and make sure to get recipes from Tomes and Scrolls so that you can conjure multiple potting tables with large and medium pots, as well as at least 2 potion stations. Now, plants can take a while to grow, so you want to make sure you're using fertilizers to increase their yield. These fertilizers can be bought at the Magic Neep for about 300 galleons each time, or you can invest 1,000 galleons in a composter blueprint and set up one in your vivarium that will produce a unit of fertilizer every 5 minutes. Now, you can get this composter blueprint from Tomes and Scrolls as well. Now, this composter literally pays for itself after about 20 minutes of use. Also, some potions take about a minute and a half, so you'll want to have as many potion stations as you can so you can make a good number of them quickly. It's good to set these up before you leave so that you can always flu travel back to the room of requirement to restock quickly after a hard battle. Also, you want to rescue as many beasts as possible and breed them. Make sure to keep your beasts fed and brushed so that you can collect their tongues, feathers, and horns. And if you want to save yourself some time, get the blueprint for a feeder from Tomes and Scrolls. All you'll have to do then is just give them a brush, and you can go ahead and collect those goodies. You should also grow all of the combat plants like Venomous Tentacula, Chomping Cabbage, and Mandrakes. I can't tell you how many times these plants have saved my life. You'll also want to brew potions like Thunder Brew, Focus, and Endurance, as you'll use them often, especially when facing multiple enemies. However, I almost never used the invisibility potion, as the disillusionment charm was more than enough to get the stealthy jobs done. You'll also want to explore the environments provided to you by the Room of Requirement, as each have hidden areas with goodies in them. And lastly, for the Room of Requirement, use the loom to upgrade your gear and weave traits into them. You should be holding on to legendary items only, as they have more upgrade slots and can do wonders for your defense and offense, especially with some key traits weaved into them. Number 7. Complete side missions early. Side missions yield you valuable spells, beasts, and talent upgrades, as well as expose you to background about many of the characters you'll interact with often. Number 8. Never ever purchase plants, beasts, feathers, tongues, or horns, or potions from the shops at Hogsmeade. Plants can be found all throughout the world for free and are easy to pick up while you're roaming the beautiful open world. Also, be sure to constantly get Moonstone while walking through the world, as you'll need it to conjure your potions and plant stations, and as well as any other items you'll need in your room of requirement. You can also remove unneeded items to gain their equivalent in Moonstone. Number 9. Solve Merlin trials so that you can carry more inventory. Also, Revelio is your friend when attempting to solve Merlin trials. I can't tell you how many times I wasn't sure how to solve a trial and casted Revelio, which helped me figure it out. Number 10. Try to collect the Demigod statues as early as possible. This will allow you to enter many of the tier 1, 2, and 3 locked rooms with Alohomora as you go, instead of having to revisit all of these places once you get to level 3. Remember, you can only get Demigod statues at night, so if you find one during the daytime, simply go to the map and toggle to wait until it turns night. In a few seconds, it'll be night, and you can go ahead and grab that Demigod statue. And guys, for bonus number 11, you can enchant the appearance of your avatar to make items like robes, hats, scarves, gloves, and others appear differently. This way, if you like the stats of an item but not the way it looks, you can make it appear however you want, even invisible. Also, you can safely get rid of all items that aren't either extraordinary or legendary, as lower tiered gear don't have enough upgradable slots to make them worth your while. Also, make sure to collect your rewards for challenges completed, as they will give you new abilities, from resistance to goblin silver to being able to carry more gear to upgrading the abilities of your ancient magic. In fact, you can perform transfiguration using ancient magic before ever learning the transfiguration spell. So that's it, guys. I hope you really found this content informative. Go ahead and hit that like button if you did, and if you want to see more content like this, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I'm Sollertis Gamer. I wish you a happy and prosperous life, and I'll see you guys on the other side. Peace.
Excellent. This is rather fun.